Okay guys, so I just want to do a little setup video here for you, and well, basically this is my little desk area there's my chair. I have two monitors. The first one is a 23-inch Samsung 1920 by 1080 display. A very, very good monitor for editing. It's really bright, and it's just a very good monitor overall. There's my printer. Over here I got my second monitor, which is a BenQ. It's kind of just for having windows open so I can look through folders and that kind of thing while I'm working on the main one. Then I have a laptop here, which I basically just use for, I don't know, just random various uses. And you can see there the screen is kind of messed up, but that's alright. Over here, this kind of doesn't have to do with filmmaking, but this is my Xbox 360. I got my iPod connected, my controller's over there. And for those who are wondering, here's some of the games. These are just some I have with me right here. I have more other places. Halo Reach, Battlefield, The Incredible Hulk, and COD 4. And I believe I have Black Ops right now in the tray. And yes, I do. So yeah, and for any wondering how I actually play it, basically it's just hooked up to my monitor, which I'm just going to show you guys here in a second. Yeah, it's basically just connected through HDMI. And I just press the third button here, it switches over. And as you can see, the Xbox will start up. And yeah. So it's pretty awesome. If I get bored of filmmaking or I'm waiting for something to render, I'll usually just go over there and play some Xbox or something, just while I'm bored or whatevehere's my speakers. These were about $50 during Boxing Day. They're pretty awesome. It's my phone. Yeah, so that's pretty much it, guys. Okay, so now we're on my desktop here. As you can see, it's I guess you can say a general desktop. Mine is fairly cluttered and disorganized, but that's just how I have my stuff. As you can see, I have a fairly many amount of games. But you can see I have applications like 3ds Max, Sony Vegas, Buju, and all my Adobe stuff is pinned to my taskbar, which you don't see on screen at the moment. It's below. Anyway, just want to talk about this little 3D iPhone model I made here. Made in 3ds Max. It's alright. Definitely needs some improvements. But without further ado, I'm just going to take you into my drive, which contains all my filmmaking, I guess you can say, essentials. First off, I have my folder for my videos, and it's just a bunch of folders categorized from date that contains a bunch of video files that I take from, like, regular from my camera. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Let's check the properties. It is about 90.4 gigabytes with over 5,000 files, nearly 6,000, so fairly a lot of that. Next is my sound effects. You can see I have a lot of libraries. For example, I'll just go into this one for now. And yeah, just random stuff like gunshots, backgrounds, ricochets, that kind of thing. Yeah, like for this one, there's like the gunshots, flamethrowers, that kind of thing. You know, so I definitely never have problems with finding the right sound effect because I have many, many sound effects. In this folder, I believe takes up about, let's see here, 25.9 gigabytes with over 15,000 files. So yes, like I said, I never have problems finding sound effects. Yeah, and next up we have my VFX folder, which contains all my stock footage. So basically Action Essentials 2, Action Essentials 1, and random various ones I download off the internet, like the ones from Detonation Films, which I used a long time ago. But yeah, that's pretty self-explanatory. But anyway, we'll check this one too. And let's see the properties. And as you can see, it's about 26 gigabytes with a fairly large amount of files, 6,000 files. So, you know, there's quite a bit there. So yeah, that's pretty much my D drive. I'm pretty sure in total it takes up about 150 gigabytes of my D drive, But my C drive also is fairly full, but that's for other stuff like school and other media. But yeah, that's pretty much my desktop, guys. As you can see, it's fairly cluttered, but whatever.